Welcome to the best part of the month with an amazing crowd, I must say. It is, of course, the OMEN Esports report. And guess who is back? She did such a good job last month that she's joined us on the show as my permanent co-host. It's apparently a fashion inspiration as well. It's Rachel Stringer, everybody. Welcome.
Thank you.
Great to have you here.
I mean, I love how you text me and said, Rach, what are you wearing? And I was like, white T-shirt, and you decided to wear the same.
Find my skirt.
And literally about 5 seconds ago, you went, should I tuck it in? Yeah, you look good tucked in. So there we have it. He's done that as well. But no, the real reason I'm here, Mark, is because obviously I want to beat you each month going forward at Rocket League.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Anyway, on that note, let's see what we have in store for you tonight.
Coming up on tonight's show, we recap all the latest news in the Esports 60. As the Esports Awards approaches, we give our predictions. We head to Atlanta to experience a homestand weekend. And we've got some great guests with us on the sofa.
Amazing stuff. And just to roll it back a little bit, there is not a chance I'm letting you beat me in Rocket League. I mean, it's just not happening. Tonight is the night that I break the streak.
No, because I've been practicing. I had Stumpy from last month's show. He's been giving me a lot of tips, and you know how much we dominated.
See this?
Oh, shush. Right, anyway, keep telling yourself that. Let's roll the titles. Another busy month in the world of esports, so it's time for us to bring you guys up to speed on the biggest bits of news in just 60 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, take it away.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, Face It announced the launch of the Quake Pro League. No warning there, Rachel. Thanks very much.
Sorry. Team Liquid reveal Avengers esports jerseys after partnering with Marvel.
VG Gaming secure victory at the Epicenter Dota 2 major in Russia.
Team Liquid lift the CSGO trophy to ESL 1 Cologne.
And then another Blast series in LA. I mean, that's not bad. Team Liquid, pretty impressive.
Shanghai Dragons of 0 and 40 fame win Stage 3 playoffs of the Overwatch League.
And EVO 2019 reveal incredible entrant numbers for the upcoming event.
FaZe Clan take the top prize at PUBG Europe League Phase 2.
And Blizzard reveal ambitious homestand plans for 2020. Absolutely amazing stuff there. And not only that, we'll have more live coverage on the homestand events later on in the show in one of our features, so stay tuned for that. Now, Rachel, what of those events caught your eye this month?
Well, it's going to have to be Shanghai Dragons, isn't it? Season 1,
impressive.
Terrible record.
That's not impressive.
Season 2, I mean, just the comeback of all comebacks there, winning Stage 3. So, you know, take a bow, Shanghai Dragons. It's got to be them. What would you say?
EVO, so many people getting involved, such a huge tournament, and to see those numbers every year just getting bigger and bigger, absolutely amazing for the FGC.
This guy can talk all afternoon, but time for you now to go up to the little control centre up there. There he goes. He's off and he's gone. So while Mark is up there getting ready in that control centre, I thought we could take a look at one of the biggest crazes that has been sweeping the esports scene this month. So many of our esports favourites have been having fun by applying, you know what it's going to be, that old filter to their photos. Basically, last week, 150 million of you have taken part in this. It's all artificial intelligence, of course. So have a look at our favourite selections right here. Yes, Alex Machine Richardson. Doesn't look too bad. League of Legends pros there, all 9 of them. Look at those. These are terrible, aren't they? Richard Lewis. Wowzers, he should use sun cream. Duncan Thurin Shields there, the historian of esports. Look at him. Oh yeah, that is Mark Onset Hatcher. Sorry, Mark, I thought I had to get you in there as well.
To be honest, I think that's just what I look like. To be honest, that's kind of where we're at. But, you know, if you're going to throw some shade my way, Rachel, you know what's about to happen.
I refuse to get on that.
You know what's about to happen. But, yeah, let's have a look at Rachel then. Do I really have to say anything?
Mark,
do I really have to say
I didn't want Russia to have my information.
I think you look right, to be honest. I actually think you look
genuinely, actually, like, annoyed that you've just put up there. But I don't look too bad as a as an old lady. Oh
No,
my gosh,
I think
you do.
I think you look pretty
I've been using moisturising cream since I was 12 years old. It clearly doesn't work, does it?
I think, as I say, I think you look pretty good. But for now, it is time to hit the control centre. Welcome along, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to basically wrap up the social media and everything esports related that's on the internet at the moment. And we're going to kick things off with someone that we had actually here last week, and that is, of course, Sko from Team Method. We had him on the show talking about the race for World First. That is currently underway, and this is how the guys are getting on. You can see they're on their last boss at the moment. 7 out of 8 things done. They're really getting into it. So, I mean, this is how the guys are getting on right now.
Nice! I got it!
Yes! Good job, boys. Good.
Anything you have enough with?
Nice.
No! Good job, boys.
One.
Nice, dude.
Yes! Talking about. Yes, boys.
2.5% the DPS buff maintains right now. 4 million, 3 million.
This is gonna be it.
Tethered.
Baby, we're here!
We were here! That is the cooldown.
Take him down! We are moving on to the Queen of Shara.
Absolutely amazing stuff from the boys there. Sko and Method doing a great job, and best of luck going forward to try and win that race, for World First. Now, next up, all sporting sides in the world, right? They have their bogey teams. They have the team that they struggle against, and it's no different for Counter Logic Gaming. You can see it here. The team that they have a problem against is obviously TSM. It has been 1,176 days, which is a number that I just about managed to get out of my mouth, to be honest with you. And they haven't managed to pick up a win over them, but this streak has been ended. You can see it here for this streak. The streak is dead. I repeat, the streak is dead. Now, to put that into perspective, that incredible amount of time, here's a list of things that you could do in the time it's taken to lift the curse.
CLG defeated TSM, ending a 1,176-day losing streak. In that time, you could have watched the MCU movies 561 times, cycled the Tour de France 56 times over, or walked the East Coast to the West Coast of America 10 times.
All of those things sound incredibly exhausting, and I think it just sums up exactly how long that has taken. But congratulations to, of course, CLG. Now, let's talk about one team in particular who's doing very well at the moment. That's Team Liquid. Obviously, they've recently partnered up with Marvel. We heard about it in our Esports 60 roundup, and it seems like the Liquid players are kind of taking this on their shoulders a little bit. They've had a little bit of fun with it, and you can see it here. Superheroes in training, Team Liquid, looking absolutely phenomenal at the moment. And to be honest, I think if any villain saw those guys coming over the horizon, then they'd be a little bit skeptical about continuing with their acts of nastiness. But anyway, the next thing we're going to talk about is, of course, Dota. Now, we have our 18 teams that are set to do battle now at the International, and there is an absolutely astronomical prize pool, and that gets me excited because it gets me my favourite thing to do, and is press this button here, which works beautifully. It is time for the Compendium Watch, which is, of course, means we are going to have a look at how the prize pool is standing at the moment. We can see it loading up in the background here. I can tell you, actually, as we see, here it comes, 2019. $30 million we are at the moment, and that means, as we can see from this tweet from Wikram here, that it is now surpassing $30 million, which means it's the largest prize pool for any single tournament in the history of esports. That is absolutely insane coming in from those guys. Congratulations to all of the Dota community for their contributions, and that's going to be one hell of an event, the International, this year. Now, next up, OMEN by HP update. And we have some incredibly exciting news for you guys about the NVIDIA and OMEN versus Frames Win Games event coming your way in just a few days. Now, this is going to be an incredible event. It's going to be very exciting, so check it out. Absolutely amazing stuff. And just to give you a little bit more information on exactly what's going on there, 6 teams of streamers representing their regions will be fighting out on both Apex Legends and Fortnite. Absolutely incredible stuff. It's going to be a fantastic watch. For more details, if you want to find out a little bit more about it, head over to nvidia.com. Everything that you need to know is there. Now, that's everything from around the world of social media and esports. Let's have a look now what's coming up today.
Here's what's in store for tonight's show. We take a look at a legendary Smite play in the breakdown. As the Esports Awards approaches, we give our predictions. Our very own Suntouch joins us in the studio. And finally, we show you what to look out for in the month ahead.
The show is absolutely stacked, so don't go anywhere. And definitely make sure you keep tuned for that Rocket League challenge where I'll be going head-to-head against Mark. And if you've been watching the series, you kind of know what's going to happen. And if obviously you do stay tuned for that, you could win some amazing prizes if you correctly predict that winner. I'm not going to give any hints there. Details on how you can enter and what you get your hands on are on the screen right now. So basically, what are you waiting for? Go, 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 go. Right, this is pretty much my favourite part of the show. It's time to introduce our wonderful guest today. First up, we have Suntouch, Adam Savage, and of course, bravo, guys. Welcome, boys.
Thank you. Good to be here.
How are you? I bet you're pretty pleased to be in here because it's like 38 degrees outside, pretty hot.
It's like the Bahamas.
It is.
I mean, we'd like to be
Scorching.
in the Bahamas right now, wouldn't
Yeah.
we?
It
Sorry,
is
guys.
so
We love
hot.
being here.
Just to point that out again. Sorry, just to make the real point.
Oh, welcome.
But look at this sofa. Look at this sofa. This
Welcome,
sofa.
guys.
We're all emanating heat in some respect. We're
Even
feeling
hotter,
good
this
here.
guy.
You guys,
Yeah.
that is a hot couch. That's all I'm going to say.
I will say mainly because of Adam's shirt.
Thank you.
That's emanating a lot.
Hey, we
beautiful.
Yeah,
We
Rachel, the memo
coordinated.
here. You
Didn't
guys,
get the
little
jungle
disappointing.
memo. No jungle memo for us.
Next time.
I have my inner animal.
Savage by
Inner,
name, savage
inner
by
animal
clothing.
over here on Suntouch. Well, we
Yeah.
know about your inner animal a little bit, but let's have a little look in more detail about exactly what you get up to.
Get him out of here! Another one! Get him out of here!
That was a dinosaur. I wasn't ready for it.
Alright.
Yeah.
I mean, are we going to talk about that grenade at the end there?
Do we have
I mean,
to-
we're
why
not
do we
going
have
to talk
to
about
end
all the
it?
incredible plays that we just saw there. We're going to talk about the one
plays.
play,
Why do we end on the bad plays?
Well, when you put your head in your hands, obviously something's gone terribly wrong, hasn't it?
Well, basically what's happened there is I've tried to throw a grenade out of a window. And PUBG is the buggiest game to exist, so...
Excuses
Windows
there.
says no.
Buggiest game, yes,
Windows says no.
obviously.
Hashtag fix PUBG. Don't let them
Ooh.
slide anymore.
Okay,
Fix
anyway.
the windows. All right.
But thanks so much for coming. Like, you know, what have you been up to recently? Tell us what you've been doing.
Yeah, I've been streaming the new game Teamfight Tactics and trying to become rank 1 in it. That's my goal in life right now.
Okay, let's start basically the beginning, like the Smite esports scene and kind of how you got involved in that firstly.
Yeah, so I was playing Counter-Strike at the time, which is a FPS, and I was dabbling in Dota 2, Heroes of the New Earth and stuff, and I was like, my friends were like, you should try out Smite. It's kind of like those two games meet, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna try that. And I was like, they were like, it's free. I was like, all right, downloaded it, and I just loved it, and it was great. And actually, my friends refused to play with me because I was so bad. They actually told me.
Oh, the irony of it all
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well. 'Cause
they
obviously
actually-
now, as you say, a retired
Yeah,
professional.
yeah. Well, I was like, oh, they don't want to play with me, so I actually stopped playing. And then after about like 5 or 6 months like that, I came back into it. I practiced, and I ended up becoming a pro player. So.
And tell us a little bit about the esports scene, because Smite kind of was one of those smaller communities, as you say, a free-to-play game when it was first released, but really has kind of found its own sort of burgeoning esports scene and really become something a little bit special.
Yeah, Hi-Res Studios, the makers of Smite, have really just put an emphasis on how much they want to like make their esports scene great, healthy, good for the players, and that's the crucial thing I think is like player kind of retention and like making sure everyone's got like a safe career, right? That people
Quite
can
love.
Yeah,
It is
just a
quite
lot of love there, and they ended up actually building a studio in Alpharetta, Georgia. And they flew out all of the players to live there. So they pay for their houses,
Nice.
they've got the studio, and they're all playing live every single week. And they're getting salary. It's just great. And you know what's happened? Is, yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying.
Sounds pretty good.
What, how many? 5 in the Smite team? 5 of
Hey.
us?
5 of us.
The Fab
See?
Five.
We can swap Adam out pretty quickly. I mean,
Thanks.
we're
Yeah,
going to be fine, right?
Quick question. I've not really played Smite ever
Okay,
before.
yeah,
If
yeah.
I want to get to a level where I can compete professionally,
Okay.
how many hours do I have to invest in that game?
Okay, I've seen you on Rocket League, and I know your background, so I'm going to look at maybe like 1 million hours?
1 million hours?
Maybe?
A million hours.
All right, give or take 100K.
How many years is that? Someone could work that out in the audience for us. Let us know. 1 million hours, how many years that is.
Okay,
but I'll do you a
It's a lot of
favour.
Tour de
I like
France's.
you.
A lot of Tour de France's.
I'll train you.
You'll train me. Okay.
$100 an hour.
Ouch, you can't sell your service on here. Right, anyway, joking, let's move on though. Team fight tactics, something that you've kind of recently got involved with. Kind of changed direction a little bit, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to try a game that was more strategical, where I could use my brain. It was less about like your reflexes and more about mathematical probability and stuff, which I really enjoy. And the game itself is just great. If you haven't played it, you should try it out. It's also free, so why not? And you just basically buy champions, you place them onto a board, and they fight someone else's champions who they fought. So every single game is different, and that's the kind of exciting part about it.
Yeah. I know I looked at your Twitter as well, had a little stalk before I came on the show, and you were tweeting Jari, who we had on the show last month.
Yeah.
You've been teaching her. How's she been getting on?
Yeah, well, Jari, I've been teaching her. She may be a lost cause.
Slightly harsh.
It's like, I mean,
cookie, man.
Poor Jari.
she might be a lost cause, but she's got a good heart. You know, she's out there trying.
Hey.
She's watching this and crying right now, you know.
She might be crying.
Yeah.
She's got a good heart.
But what
I mean,
she can do is
she can
bottle
succeed.
the tears and sell them.
Okay,
Get the Go Esports tears.
Well, let's talk about a potential esports scene, because obviously this has been kind of auto chess has been the buzzwords for around a month now.
Yeah.
With the introduction of the genre to esports and competitive gaming. I mean, what do you think for an esports scene for Teamfighter Tactics? Do you see something happening here?
I think it can be pretty big because you've got all these companies, huge companies, right? You've got Valve, Epic, and Riot now making their own auto chess games. So they're going to be wanting to compete for esports titles so you can produce the best one. And I think there's going to be a pretty healthy esports scene. I'm looking forward to it.
Again, boys, have you got any time at the moment that you could kind of get involved in, like, a new project?
I'm sadly lacking in a million hours or whatever it might take.
Yeah, an 18-month-old gives you plenty of spare time, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've got loads of time, all the time in the world.
The problem with Teamfighter Tactics is you play one game and then you're sucked away forever. And
so we haven't got time to do that right now.
Just be careful. Be careful. It's very addictive.
Oh no.
I've lost some friends.
I was watching it a bit earlier on, and it did look pretty addictive.
Yeah.
I mean, you've mostly been playing and watching backstage. Yeah. Today.
He didn't want to come to coffee, did he? Because he was like, I need 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes.
So we've got to finish this game.
I got to rank up. I got to get my Smurf to diamond.
Talk to us a little bit about streaming, because obviously you are a part of the OMEN Squad, and you've had some fantastic opportunities presented to you. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's been great. Like, since I started streaming, I built a really nice community in Smite, and they supported me. Streaming itself is just it's a challenge, because if you do want to switch game, you got to try and keep your audience to be interested, because Smite and Teamfighter Tactics or Smite and PUBG are such different games. The people that enjoy watching Smite might not enjoy watching you play the other games. So it's a bit of a challenge, but it's very fun, and you get opportunities to fly all over the world. So
which isn't bad.
Which isn't bad at all.
Yeah,
could be worse.
It's great.
I love hearing your story. Thank you very much, Suntouch. We have 2 more guests to speak to in a little bit, but let's have a look at what else is coming up on tonight's show.
Here's what's in store for tonight's show. Our guests' aiming skills are put to the test in the Headshot Challenge. As the Esports Awards approaches, we give our predictions. We take a look at a legendary Smite play in the breakdown. And we head to Atlanta to experience a homestand weekend.
Okay, time to pit 2 of our guests against each other now. Oh, this is exciting. Earlier today, I grabbed Mr. Adam Savage and Bravo and asked them to go toe-to-toe in our Headshot Challenge. Let's see how that went down. Right, this is the CSGO Headshot Challenge with Adam Savage. Right, so if you haven't watched before, you need to know some rules. So 60 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
To get as many headshots as possible, of course. The timer starts when you get your first headshot.
Okay.
Sounds easy, doesn't it?
It does. Well, I wouldn't say easy, but it sounds straightforward.
Well, it's about to get a whole lot more difficult because I'm going to be asking you some really difficult questions. So it's not even as easy just answering questions, because you have to answer the question before last.
Right. So
you get that?
I'm with you. So you're going to ask me a question, and I have to answer the previous question in that question's answer.
Well, I think that's how it goes, but I'm not very good at asking these questions, so let's hope you're better at answering them.
OK.
Are you ready?
I am ready, yeah.
OK, so on your count.
Go.
Right, which is the river in Egypt?
OK.
What year was CSGO released?
The Nile.
Tallest mountain in the world?
I don't know what the question was. I forgot.
Okay, forgot. What is the current prize pool for the international?
Was it the Sahara?
How many legs does a butterfly have? I'm not going to help you, by the way.
Okay, 25 million.
What is the largest ocean in the world?
Over
halfway.
10.
5 seconds. Who wrote A Song of Ice and Fire?
I wasn't listening to the last question. I think, was it, I don't know, jellyfish?
Out of
Jellyfish, is that an
time.
answer?
Stop. You know what?
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Really, Rachel?
Pretty difficult, but you are against someone. You're against Bravo. How are you feeling about that?
Oh, well, that's easy then. I've smashed it.
I don't think you
Yes.
have. Anyway, we have to wait and see how he gets on. Okay. Thank you. Bravo is in the hot seat. Okay, are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Okay. What is the river in Egypt? What year was CSGO released?
Nile.
Tallest mountain in the world?
2016.
What game came before Rocket League?
Came before GoldenEye for N64.
Biggest desert in the world?
GoldenEye for N64 to answer the last one.
What is the current prize pool for the international?
The Sahara.
How many legs does a butterfly have?
Over $30 million.
What is the largest ocean in the world?
8.
What is the best-selling PC game of all time?
Pacific.
What is the 5th planet in the universe?
World of Warcraft.
What game led to mods PUBG and DayZ?
Mercury.
Done. Stop the clock. Stop everything.
Holy Moses.
You have finished. Yeah? All right. I'm not going to say if you won or not. You have to wait because I'm about to reveal the answers right now. Holy Moses!
Holy Moses!
I think we have to start with that. What even holy Moses, Bravo? But anyway, let's reveal exactly what went down there. Drum roll, guys. Right.
Okay.
Are you on there? No, you didn't get 1, 2, or 3 ranked.
Didn't get close. Didn't get close to that.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Mark's still there, 26.
26. How'd you do that? 26. Okay.
Oh, 5th place,
Oh,
guys.
dude.
We have a 5th place.
Good job.
21.
Well
Bravo.
done, mate. Well done. You
He
smashed
looks
it.
happy with that. Not as worried as he looked when he was doing that. Yeah.
Hey!
Top 10.
10.
16.
Great.
Are you pleased?
Thanks to the 3 people that cheered there. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
But
Great.
genuinely, that's super tough, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you asking questions really threw me off, but that's the real reason why. Otherwise, I would have absolutely killed it, yeah.
You couldn't really remember half of them. Tallest mountain, Everest, the Nile. Yeah, so
Obviously.
many really easy questions.
should've
But,
known that.
guys, are you happy over there? I think Bravo looks slightly stressed on the couch still.
I feel pretty good. Not too
But
bad.
you didn't beat Mark. That hurts.
I thought I had to just beat Adam.
Well, I mean, for pride.
I didn't.
He probably cheated. It's Mark.
I could carry on with this banter all day, but I'm not going to. Anyway, Bravo, congratulations.
Well done, buddy.
Adam, sorry. Anyway, let's move
Thanks.
on. Let's just move on to what happens next. So, the breakdown. We love a bit of breakdown. So, earlier on the show, we took a deep dive into the world of Smite that Mark and Suntouch filmed, a little bit earlier. Have a look at this.
Welcome along, ladies and gentlemen, to my favourite part of the show. It's where we get someone wonderful. This week is, of course, Suntouch to help you guys out at home and also break down, as we like to say, some pretty high-level gameplay. Now, you are known as Mr. Smite. That's what I'm going to call you right now. Ex-professional, you know all about the game. But
love Smite.
For some people who don't, tell us a little bit about Smite. What is Smite?
Okay, so Smite's a third-person MOBA. Most people know League of Legends or Dota. Very similar to that, but kind of like an FPS spin on it. So you're like, coming over the top of your character and you're aiming your skill shots with your mouse rather than like clicking to move and stuff. So you move with WASD. And myself, I was a former CSGO player, CS 1.6 as well. And I just love it. It's just similar. It's like FPS meets League. I love it.
Well, one thing that I absolutely love is the 3 words here, free to play, which
Yeah.
is, you know, if you're at home and you're thinking, I've got nothing to play, how do I get into a new game? Free to play is always a fantastic thing to get people involved.
If something's free, just download it, give it a go. Like, don't be cynical and be like, oh, no. Just, like, if it looks good and you think you'll have fun, download it. Give it a shot. You've literally got nothing to lose.
Now, something that might be a little bit more confusing for people that are looking, what exactly are we talking about with Pantheon of Gods?
Okay, so it's just all the characters in Smite are based around gods. So if you're into kind of mythology and stuff like that, it's kind of nice to see them.
Okay, well, let's talk about some pro gameplay. Let's talk about that high-level stuff that we love to delve into. And this one's not just a fantastic play, it's very close to your heart. It's a real celebration of a good friend of yours, Allied, who sadly isn't with us anymore. But this play, the pentakill, is something you don't see very often and certainly is a fantastic way to celebrate his gaming career.
Yeah, we can just roll it. So you'll see Allied here just rolling into, like, danger, takes down 1 kill, takes down the 2nd kill. Great stun coming out there, setting him up for the 3rd kill. And normally, teams are looking to end now because they've got those 3 kills. But you'll see Allied, you're meant to kill this objective, but Allied will start.
I love this, by the way. This is 100% me. It's like,
he's like,
yeah,
I need the penta.
Right,
like, he needs the penta. And there's only been, I think, 1 pentakill throughout the whole of Smite World Championships. So this will be like the second one. Takes to the sky, hits the snipes, and you're going to see like a lovely roll here into the finish, and the pentakill goes crazy in the bottom.
I love that.
Absolutely mental, hands off the keyboard. And they were the underdogs, and they won, so...
Amazing stuff. And obviously, we like to wrap these things up here at the Breakdown with, you know, how to get a little bit better for some of the people who are watching at home who might be playing Smite. Talk about Allied, because he wasn't maybe the top-level skill player, but he brought more than that to the game and maybe some things that people can take home at home.
Yeah, so Allied was kind of this guy who was known as a good player, but not the top creme de la creme of players. So when he was trying to break onto these teams, they weren't like trying him out and stuff. So what he decided to do was build his own team. And you'll see him there, he's the in-game leader of that team. He put that together. So instead of like being down that he wasn't getting picked up, he said, no, I am good enough. I'm going to build my own team and prove it, and he did.
I mean, that mentality is everything, really, isn't it? You know, if you have that mentality to get better, to grind, and, you know, improve your own game, you go so far.
Yeah, just focus on your own plays, keep grinding, and just, you know, be motivated.
Fantastic stuff. Well, thank you so much, of course, for helping us out on the Breakdown. But for now, that's not all. We've got a lot more. Let's have a look at what's coming up.
Here's what's coming up on tonight's show. We head to Atlanta to experience a homestand weekend. Adam Savage joins us on the sofa. As the Esports Awards approaches, we give our predictions.
Incredible stuff there. So much more to come on the show. What are you looking forward to?
I don't know. This is absolutely too much to talk about, isn't it?
It's too much, but we've got to start somewhere. And we're going to start with the second ever homestand game in the Overwatch League happening just a few weeks ago. It was Atlanta Reign who welcomed all of the teams over to stay. Now, we wondered if the pressure would make or break them. So we hit the road and we found out. Let's check it out.
Welcome to Atlanta, Overwatch fans. This weekend, the Atlanta Reign hosts 7 other teams for their first homestand. It's the first time this Atlanta crowd will get to cheer on their squad in person, and the first time being in a hostile environment for these other 7 teams.
When we talk about the context of home and away games in the Overwatch League, it's something that when it was first discussed, people didn't think it would actually happen. And now here we are, an Overwatch event happening in the Reign's hometown.
I got into esports when I was 14, back in like 1998. To go from there to here now, like a packed arena full of thousands of fans. It's always been kind of my dream.
Almost every other person here has an Atlanta Reign jersey. You know, where else do you see this real traditional sports, right? So this is like unbelievable. Like we're really starting a new wave.
Being here with all the friends and seeing everything here, it's insane. It's a different feeling.
I wasn't really into esports until Atlanta got a team, and then I started watching, and I'm like, got really hyped, and now I'm like obsessed with it.
Having a team that you relate to because they're from your city makes me feel that I have something to cheer for outside of just the players or the organization.
It's just unbelievable love, and the fans are the best.
I think we have that southern hospitality, but we can really get up there. We're gonna be loud, is what she means.
The hometown energy is always a good thing. The players feed off of it. Whatever anxiety they had, it's going to melt away the moment they hear the fans cheering for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, your home team. It's the Atlanta Reign. Juggling everybody in the center chamber. Atlanta Reign have found the fight they need to take the lead in this series. There is nothing left for the Toronto Defiant to finish this map with. And Atlanta Reign, in front of the home crowd, finally get their stage 3 win. Their first win of the stage. An important victory and a meaningful one in front of the Reign fans.
It was like unbelievably important to deliver, you know? I was not leaving that stage with a loss, that's for sure. They all came here to watch us win. That's what we're here for. We did it. I'm so happy we did it.
This
this is honestly one of the coolest things I've ever done. And it's just really awesome to just see a bunch of like-minded people together and just getting hyped about a video game, man.
Humans were like communal and tribal in a way, so when we have something like a banner we can get behind, it makes it that much easier. I caught some of the players earlier and I was like, I don't even care if you're the best team because you're my team and you have so much charisma and that's all I care about. I want something to root for and they give me that every time they play, and especially today.
The experience that happened here today is something that needs to happen more in esports. We're just at the start, you know, this event is bigger than esports, or bigger than just Overwatch today. Every esports player has to go through something like this because this is wonderful and it's such a fun experience.
After watching that, I'm definitely an Atlanta Reign convert there. I'm a fan, massive fan. It looked awesome, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they're getting the hometown behind them, I think is an absolutely, a phenomenal thing. It really gives, local fans something to get their teeth into. Not only that, the Overwatch League has announced loads of homestead games for every single team that's involved, so a lot more of that to come. Exciting times for the Overwatch League.
Right, time for our second guest on the couch.
Who's it?
Adam Savage. Hey. And we know a lot about your dress style, your great shirt and your great
banging.
Great shoes.
Phenomenal shoes.
Matcheroo over here.
Tie-dye. It's coming back.
It is. If you don't know much more, then have a look at Mr. Savage here on screen right now.
3, 2, 1, go. I'd like to introduce you to someone to kick the whole thing into gear. Would you please give it up? Are you guys ready? Because I am. It's time! Dude, it is Savvy and welcome. Oh, yeah. Would you please give it up? New York City, baby. Copenhagen. I told you.
There we go. That's what I wanted, Adam. I mean, seems like crowds just absolutely love you, mate.
What can I say? What can I say? I mean, that experience in itself was absolutely insane.
I remember when we posted that video.
Yeah.
And that was I mean, I've just never seen a host turn to a packed house like that and the place go nuts. It was an amazing moment.
I just had a baby. Not me personally, my wife obviously, but Rafferty is my son, and I thought I'm in this moment where we had in Copenhagen, we're at the Royal Arena, I think it's called, 12,500 fans, like CS fans at the Blast Pro series, was absolutely crackers. It was nuts. And I had this just epiphany, this moment I thought, I'm going to do something special, because, so often we're so lucky to do the shows that we do and kind of be in these amazing experiences. And I figured I've got to get something that I know that I was there in the moment thinking of him. And so I thought I'd make a video thinking, one day you're going to ask what I did for a living or what I do for a living. Here's an example, isn't that right? Denmark, and everyone's went, yeah.
Let's give it up for Rafi.
It was awesome.
Adam,
thank you.
Yeah, but
I just give myself goosebumps.
I was going to say,
I know.
It's definitely not the cold because it's really hot. So that's
as well.
But how do you get to that moment? Obviously, you don't just walk in and become a host in front of 12,000 people. What was your journey like working up to
I just paid off all the right people. I mean, it was just that, I didn't. Do you know what it was? You did, yeah. The whole esports journey I've been on, I guess, has been great. There's been so many different things that I've done over the last, I'd say, 4 years or so since I first got into kind of like the esports stratosphere. We were just chatting actually. I think it kicked off kind of back with a Halo event about maybe 2016. That's when I first kind of met you guys.
Was it European Pro League Finals?
What a way to start meeting us guys.
We all worked together.
But I almost just finished my career there, and then I thought
it was the only way was up.
Exactly.
No, I remember coming away from that show being really impressed with the work you did.
Thanks, buddy.
We've had a chance to do a few things since, but yeah. It's,
well, I mean, I think the reason that I've continued to work is I try and bring energy, a lot of hype to the stuff that I do. I think a lot of times you're going to go to stage shows and you want to be entertained. Of course you do. It's not just about the gameplay you watch and the teams you watch. It's about the whole show, the experience of being there. So I mean, there was Halo. We've had a chance to work together in Fortnite. Of course, I'm the host of the Blast Pro series, where we do tours, all over the world. We've done different events.
I wanted to jump in on that because recently, let's talk about Blast Pro Series Moscow. Something that you've got on the horizon.
Yeah. So that's next up. That's in September. The whole. I mean, we went to Brazil earlier this year, to Sao Paulo.
They're crazy crowds in South America.
Honestly, and MIBR were playing as well, and the crowd, the home. I mean, they didn't perform brilliantly. I think we all know that. I don't think they got one single point, but still. It was amazing, and the crowd were absolutely, they were so into. We had like people dancing, it was great. It was a proper party atmosphere the entire time. But we had Miami, Madrid, and now Moscow's coming up next. So
of course,
amazing.
Last Pro Series sponsored, OMEN by HP.
Yeah,
which is always fantastic.
indeed,
Lovely,
exactly. It really does. Yeah, there's some great kind of like VTs and stuff we have as well with OMEN by HP there as well. So the whole experience has been great. I'm very lucky to do what I do. Being on stage there, you never take it for granted as well. You always kind of think, I'm in the moment, and it's great to entertain so many people, and amongst other things I've done over the years, TV, other stuff. It's been really good.
What does it feel like walking in front of, coming from a player point of view as a host? What's it like just being the first one to walk out there in front of the big crowds? First starting out in that as a stage host, you kind of it's nerve-wracking. It still is now, in front of big crowds, but. You're kind of there because you know how to, from a production standpoint, you know how to do this and that and everything. And ultimately, it's phenomenal. Yeah. It's the most amazing experience, goosebump central. Because you set the tempo for the whole event.
Yeah, and especially when you have the reactions, when you have a crowd that reacts that way.
It gives you goosebumps, doesn't it? It really does sort of take your breath away. And another thing that, of course, might take your breath away, I'm sorry to cut you off, Adam, because we've got to keep this thing rolling, is the fact that we're quickly approaching awards season. And there's no different for the esports industry as well. And the Esports Awards recently revealed a major facelift for 2019 with some amazing hosts. And this might be the first time you've heard about these awards. And if it is, don't worry, we've got you covered, so check this out.
If you've been to an Esports Awards.
Yeah,
we haven't been international though. They're going international.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
we haven't been.
They're international.
Maybe 1 year.
I'm going to win an award, and then I'll be there.
There we go.
That's the attitude. That's
Optimist. I love it.
But Adam, you've hosted it twice before. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool to be asked to do that. But what was it like?
Yeah,
so being out there doing it.
The last couple of years, I've done the pre and post shows, which have been. It's amazing. We were chatting earlier on. It's very rare that in the esports space you get to have black tie events. Everyone dresses up in their finest tuxes and ball gowns and whatnot. It's a really great night. So it's an amazing experience. You get to hang out with friends. You meet new friends, as well as kind of reward those people who have done such an amazing job in their particular field over the course of the last year. So yeah, it's really good. And it is a proper party. A proper party as well. Everyone likes to let loose and just have a great time. So.
Well, let's talk about potential PC Player of the Year, because that's something that we have been talking about. We had a little bit of a thought on some of the players that we might think would make a very good PC Player of the Year.
Cannot find the kill. It is Cap who says he can get the kill. He's isolated. Kept alive. The miscall. The opponent shield puppy. Keeping Jai safe on the back knee shot. First shot is his. Second shot is his. Bomb is his as well. And he's got another one.
North definitely want to get this done in 2. However, the spray down from Zaiwu. 3 kills in the yard.
Anyone jumping out for you there, Adam, that you see is popping off, bit of CSGO action in there?
To remain completely, yeah, of course, but completely unbiased. Everyone was great. Everyone was really good. Everyone was really good.
Stewie 2K, man.
Is that what you're going for, Stewie 2K?
He's the best. He's just he looks so young.
Yeah.
And I think he's like an inspiration to young kids coming up playing Counter-Strike, and they can see what he's done. He had a kind of a rough year with team swaps and stuff. He's come on to Team Liquid, right, and just dominated.
And they're having an unbelievable run at the moment. I think they've won 8 of 14 events they've been at this year so far. It's crazy, amazing.
Bravo, happy that list, or would you kind of add anybody in there?
I don't know. What's the crazy for me is every year when we look at that list, and this will apply to teams as well, the quality of events, the quality of teams, the amount of games that teams are in. If you think about the category of PC Player of the Year, it's like, okay, do I pick this League player? Do I pick this CS player? It is going to continue to get harder and harder as the years go on to say, oh, this player is definitely better than every single PC player out there. I think it's a good, that list is certainly a good start. But I mean, also, if you just look at the nominees for the Esports Awards, right? Every category always has 14 nominees. And in almost every category, you're 90% of them could easily take it, which is pretty wild.
Absolutely. We've had a look at the players of the year. Let's have a look at the team of the year potentials right now.
G2 Esports 3-0.
big names there in that Team of the Year category.
Big.
What do you think of those? Anyone? Well, they all stand out, really, don't they?
They do. I mean, we mentioned Team Liquid already, who, as you said, have just had an incredible year so far. 100 Thieves as well. You know, a big year for those guys. You know, recent kind of round of funding and stuff. You know, the team is really going places, and this is only the beginning, really, isn't it?
I think it makes a great example as well as how much can happen in 12 months. You know, 100T, they wouldn't have been on that list last year. They wouldn't have been anywhere near it. You know, Nadeshot's obviously put together an organisation here that has had a lot of success, and you just wonder, you know, where we're going to be in another 12 months with some of those names that are there. Is there going to be another new name on there? It shows how quickly esports can change and how quickly organisations can just rediscover themselves or be discovered and be founded and pick up so much success.
Yeah, I think what's kind of cool too is you have this big race now with these teams that are venture backed. It's a quest if you look at what Complexity is doing in Texas with their facility, if you look at what 100 Thieves just announced with their facility. We're in a point in esports where it's a race to who can provide the absolute best player training, who can provide the best facilities, and then what does that translate to in results? And that was not the case even 2 years ago. So it's kind of a cool race where these teams that do have these huge deep pockets now to invest in their teams, they have a chance to just take home trophy after trophy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we had a look at the players and the teams, but let's have a look at the live events and some of the potentials that we've picked.
IG are on Nexus. The Crownless are finally king.
They have done it.
This could be the last match you see this year in the Nexus Arena, so you better enjoy it. This is what peak League of Legends looks like, and it comes from Europe.
Just a quick thing there. Apparently we're predicting the future. 2019, the International, hasn't happened yet. It's 2018, just to correct that very quickly.
Where's Blast Pro Series? I mean...
But that's another great point. It's another great point. There's so many
mention.
phenomenal events that are happening. It's not even year-round now. It's every single weekend. Every single week there is another huge esports event that is just blowing everyone's minds.
Yeah, if you look at, I mean, Slasher's kind of the go-to Twitter account of what esports events are happening every weekend. And if you've been following Slasher long enough, you've seen that list of these 6 esports events are happening this weekend to every weekend, I don't know, 12, 13, it seems, across all these titles. It's crazy.
But I was just having a look at a few facts from last year, like League of Legends Worlds, 100 million views. Just shows like
insane
how big these events are. I think concurrent peak 44 mil. So just ridiculous numbers being thrown around there.
And we talk about numbers, prize money as well, the International, $30 million, is it, or something?
That's the crazy thing, it's one single event, and then you
look... a lot of cheddar.
I mean,
a lot of cheddar.
How things have changed, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I hate going on about, like, when back in my day, we've become those people already, but $30 million for one event is just insane. I mean, we should say as well, very quickly, sorry to cut you off, but HP, okay. I love doing my plugs, you see. HP have been nominated in 2018 as one of the commercial partners of the year and hardware provider of the year, so get your votes super quickly, but yes.
GG. I was just going to say the production of these tournaments as well has been so outstanding. You just see it year after year and you're like, how can they top it? And the just like introductions, like the music, the theatrical performances they're bringing in, it's almost like trying to contest like the Super Bowl, you know?
Yeah.
So I just love it.
It's like we have a Super Bowl every weekend at the moment. We've got so much to obviously talk about still. Let's have a quick reminder of what is coming up in the rest of the show.
Here's what's still to come. Team Mark and Team Rachel face off in the Rocket League Challenge. We sit down with Bravo to talk all things esports. And finally, we show you what to look out for in the month ahead.
Well, now it is time to have a little chat to our third and final guest over here, Bravo. We just saw there, he's quite a hungry chap, aren't you?
I think, Mark and perhaps Adam too can attest to the fact that, I'm generally pretty hungry. I'm actually pretty hungry right now.
He can definitely smash a wrap.
I love how 2 out of 3 clips with you eating a cookie.
It's true. Yeah,
well, we can eat after we show everybody exactly what you get up.
Yeah, good. This is Bravo.
Not over yet, folks. A beautiful double there from Royal 2. Oh my gosh, look at the damage he's doing here, staying alive. Frosty comes in to clean up those 2 kills as well. Huge plays from Lethal.
No, I'm overrolling that. We're going to roll again.
But he flies back into his rocks, picks up a kill on the flag carrier, and then also kills another player. Look at this Frosty with a double.
Thanks for watching.
You are hungry all the time. More cookies in there as well.
Yep. I don't know who chose to include most of me eating cookies, but I do love a good cookie.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm happy. I'm real happy.
We also had a little delve into your Twitter, like I did with the Suntouch there, and his collaborations with Jari.
You do love to stalk, Rachel.
I do.
Yeah,
I'm a bit scared.
That's what I'm gathering too. Yeah.
We found something which I was kind of like, you know, we love a throwback, but you're kind of holding on to yesteryears and this Olivia Munn prom tweet picture there.
I would hold on to this.
No,
I would hold on to this for as long as possible.
Throwback to long hair and prom with Olivia Munn. Obviously, the very successful actress now. But my question to you, there it is, lovely picture. Aww, everybody. But, like, do you even know her? Like,
okay,
are you friends? Do you have a number? Does she even follow you on Twitter?
Being fired right
when
here.
I was
Rachel's just in disbelief.
When I was asked to come on this show, I was not told that everything would be like turned against me. And when I beat Adam in the headshot challenge, the first question is, how do you feel about losing to Mark? That's unbelievable.
It's a reasonable
Sorry.
question.
No, but on a serious note, like, are you guys friends?
I would say that photo. And I'm proud to say
from
it.
Jay and Silent Bob. Is that the reason?
So whenever people do see that photo, they do compare me to Jay from Jay and Silent Bob, usually in a really negative way. And a lot of, actually, when that was posted, a lot of Olivia Munn's fans came out of the woodwork. And they were like, what are you doing with this guy, this long-haired, weird-looking, da-da-da-da-da, like Jay and Silent Bob this, Jay and Silent Bob that? No, I'm proud to say that photo grossly misrepresents our relationship.
Did she defend you when her fans were trolling you?
I mean, I don't know if we have it, but you've seen her reply to the tweet.
Have I?
Nothing.
I'm
just saying.
Just
nothing but positivity.
If you're curious,
positivity.
If you're curious, just head and you can check out the reply.
Well, let's roll this. Let's keep the positivity rolling here because obviously, you know, you made your name as a Halo coach back in the day. It's kind of how you got your start in esports, how you found your way into things. Tell us a little bit about that time.
Yeah, I mean, that's why she wanted to go to prom with me, of course.
She did reply. She did reply. Hands up, she did reply. I'm just being harsh to Bravo. Sorry, Bravo.
She did reply. It was a great reply. I started coaching Pro Halo during Halo 2, so early 2007, back before, I'd say the only game that had coaching/manager roles prior to that in a big way would be CS. With the CGS and a lot of things that came prior to Halo. But I started coaching Pro Halo at a time when the role wasn't really defined yet, and I saw an opportunity to kind of help these pro teams with strategy, tactics, and mostly in-game kind of work. And that was in the day, this is before gaming headsets, and you're in huge ballrooms with 1,000 to 1,500 guys and girls competing, and the player on the left is on a tube TV, and all the way down, 3 TVs down, the player on the right is on a TV. No one has headsets. And I kind of grew up just screaming and keeping these teams on the same page. And I mean yelling over the rest, and all these coaches and players are just yelling over one another. And it was kind of a cool opportunity to define the role. And through Halo 3, through Halo Reach, I kind of tried to I was lucky to be a part of some championship-winning teams, and I tried to just take the role really seriously and elevate it in any way I could.
Just give us a little insight into how, if we were on your team now, how would you like shout at us? You just said, I was shouting at these players.
Shout at me.
I want you to coach Bravo.
Coach me.
Just quickly.
I can do it. I can do an impression about it.
I want to have an impression.
Well, here's actually, I'm glad you asked.
It would be Camo's up in 10. Sorry, I got that time wrong. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about the future of Halo. I don't know why I'm getting it.
I don't know either. I wasn't told that I would be roasted the whole show. But I'm having a great time.
Let's talk about the future of Halo. Let's talk about Halo Reach, because obviously, you know, that's moving over to PC. The whole MCC collection moving to PC. Very exciting times. What are your views on that?
I think MCC on PC, and I think the whole community feels this way, is just a massive opportunity for the franchise, and in a way that I'm not sure a lot of people have really realized or talked about. Like, if you think about content creators today, streamers, they're a huge percentage. I think I would go as far to say 75% plus of your biggest content creators across YouTube, a Twitch mixer, et cetera, grew up in some way playing Halo, whether they played the Halo 1 campaign, whether they played all the Halo multiplayers. So this game coming to Steam, to be available on PC, and to be able to play classic Halo experiences, I think is huge for the game. Really curious if we're going to see PC esports, how that's going to go, how is that going to take off for Halo, and then what does that mean also, of course, for Halo Infinite in holiday 2020. The next 3 years for Halo could be absolutely massive, and we could see player bases that the franchise maybe hasn't seen in a while or has never seen. So essentially, there's a lot to be excited about, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
I feel like I need to give you some love now as well and say, next up, we played Rocket League and you were an awesome partner. So thank you very much for being excellent. I feel like I just need to say thank you and sorry over there for just like throwing him under the bus. Anyway, right, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Can Mark break his losing streak?
Oh, come on.
Well, it's time to
Today
find out,
is
isn't
the
it?
day.
This is the Rocket League Challenge.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the Rocket League Challenge, and this one's got a little bit more of a serious feel than it normally does. The reason for that is I am currently kind of 0-2 down to Rachel at the moment, but we should probably introduce Rachel and, of course, the person who's going to be losing alongside her today is, of course, Andy Dudinsky, but I have brought in my special weapon. He has 0 game time on Rocket League, but that doesn't matter.
All right, guys.
Because this is magic.
Yep.
This is what's meant to happen.
It certainly is.
Let's get into it. Rocket League Rumble. We've got abilities, we've got everything, but all that matters is... Wait, Andy joined the wrong team.
Go.
Here we go. All right.
Let's go, Mark. Let's go.
Easy. I'm in the middle if you need it. I mean,
okay.
Rachel.
I'm trying to. I'm playing it. I'm like doing my drivers.
Oh, leave it. Leave it.
That's it.
Leave it.
Yes! Come on.
Let's go.
Easy.
I forgot to stand up.
I'm so happy.
I'll get really stressed out if we start losing.
Static is better than...
Now it's frozen.
Frozen.
What to do with frozen? Go.
Let it go. I couldn't have
Guys, I lost my boost again.
Sam, that's all you.
I've missed it, mate. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, no.
I took one off the ball. Nice. Right the fish tank.
Great job. That was great.
I forgot which way to go.
No, we need that second cushion. We need that second cushion.
The difficult 2-goal lead. I've got this ball.
Boom!
Wow.
The demo.
I see this.
I got this.
Oh, God, we're done.
No, I missed it as well. I suck.
I'm reversed.
Yes! This is so easy. It's so easy.
No, I'm not.
It's so easy. Watch this mess.
I've lost it.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it on set.
That's all you.
Is it ready?
Told you. Yeah, that's all you. And you are doing...
Just get it down there. Get it down there.
Adam, I love this. Adam, I love this. Adam...
It's just been cleared, but it's okay.
That is what we call time wasting. 2 minutes 20. Let's just see this out.
Mark, get out the way. Yes, missed it and so did I.
Yeah, deliberately.
Okay, it's
Oh,
wide
God.
open.
Oh, I just nearly scored no goal.
Come on set. No.
I missed it.
That's the ball.
It's round there.
there you
Bravo, come on, you've got it.
Okay, that's it. I've just nudged it off the top
Yes.
of the car.
Yeah. Oh, you just punched it.
Sam, it's you!
No.
Sam, it's all you!
Yeah.
Oh!
I got it out.
Sam, this is great. We're just seeing it out.
1 minute forward.
You cannot...
I think I just.
You cannot let this slip.
No.
So close.
Nice, well left. Sam, move on.
Come on.
Come on,
That's the one.
seriously.
That's the one.
That's it. That's in. That's in.
Yes!
It's 3!
Let's go.
3-0.
Get saved. Get saved.
So
Right,
good.
Get it from the offset, come on.
Just let him score, Sam.
But I wouldn't. Let's not do that.
You know what?
Let's just keep eyes on the game. Eyes on the
How's
ball.
it going, guys? How are things going over there?
Can you start playing, please?
I'm in the goal.
Andy, what's the score?
I feel.
I'm stuck.
Rachel.
I'm just gonna watch the game from up here. It's nice. Good view.
You know what? Clean sheet. Clean sheet.
Why is the
It's
winner
just
Mark?
so easy.
Why is the winner just Mark?
It was so easy. It was so
screwed up.
easy.
I
2-1 now. First win on the board, baby. Let's go! Woo!
I did.
Did you?
Yes! Yes! Sam, come here.
Bravo, sorry, hands up. I was definitely the weakest link.
I would actually disagree with you there. I might. Yeah, I didn't perform. It was.
I've analysed the gameplay, and you were both the weakest.
Relieved.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
complete and
We're
utter
even,
relief
okay.
is all I feel right now. I'm not even happy. I'm just... Imagine if I went all the way through this series not winning a game.
Yeah.
Next month, I'm back.
It was deserved, Mark.
That would have been very bad. Anyway, let's get back on track here. It's been an absolutely crazy schedule that's going to be coming up over the next month, and it's almost too much, to be honest, to keep a track of. Good job, then, that we're here to help you out. Here is the month ahead.
Overwatch returns for its 4th and final stage of the season. A 2-2-2 roll lock could see a big shift in the meta on the home stretch. Live from Las Vegas, EVO takes place in early August as fighting game pros from the various games come together in the biggest FGC event of the year. The Call of Duty scene comes to a close with its annual World Championship. Can 100 Thieves keep up their amazing season? Find out when the event starts on the 14th of August. the Hearthstone Masters Tour continues its global journey, this time visiting Seoul for the first event of the new expansion. And finally, the biggest prize pool in esports is up for grabs as the International 2019 kicks off at the end of the month.
So much still to come this month. And one thing that we can also say is that OMEN by HP will be at Gamescom with some exciting things that will be going down over at their booth. So make sure to pop along if you're at the event and, of course, say hi. And not only that, hot off the press, ladies and gentlemen, OMEN by HP are the official PC and laptop sponsor for EGX 2019. Keep up to date with the latest news on all OMEN and HP news on our social channels.
Right, guys, we're nearly out of time, but what has everyone got coming up, Bravo? I'm going to start with you first.
Let's see. After this, spending a few days in Switzerland for the first time. I'm excited.
Nice.
And then right back to Chicago for the next Halo post-discovery event next weekend.
Great.
How about you?
Mentioned Blast Pro Series Moscow. Lots of exciting other projects going on at the moment, but there's one on Friday actually I'm working on. Chicken for Charity, special effect. It's going to be online. Follow me on social details and you'll see everything that's going with that. But yeah, amazing cause and amazing charity. Yeah.
I'm going to be training to become the Teamfight Tactics World Champion. So if you want
to... Oh, that is a fantastic...
Yes!
Something I can get behind.
If you want to follow along, you can check me on Twitter or Twitch. I'll be teaching the game alongside my progress, and you can learn a thing or two about the game.
Absolutely incredible stuff, and best of luck with that. Now, speaking of luck, it's time to announce our competition winner. So, I believe that we have
We do a drum roll.
something special happening.
Maybe let's just do it anyway. Music and drum roll.
Drum rolls.
We have this as well, guys.
Rachel, this is all you.
Wait, this is good. You should have had the yellow one.
Am I going to reveal it?
This is all you. I'll let you do this, Rachel.
Hang on. Competition winner. And the winner is Roy Maver.
Woo! Congratulations, Roy Maver! Let's go, Roy! It's in there, Roy!
Woo! Roy, we love you. Right, I mean, this hat is amazing as well. I love this hat. Look, we're having an absolute party here. But that is, unfortunately, all we have time for. So, guys, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Did you enjoy it?
Incredible stuff. Had a great time.
Thank you so much for all the audience as well. So that is the OMEN Esports Report. We'll be back again on August the 28th to bring you even more guests and even more games, and some of these as well, I think. Anyway, see you then. Good night.